Hey everyone, it's Emily and welcome to my channel. Today I am building an actual starter home. That is, I'm pretty sure exactly what I'm going to call this video because I built a house I think like 2 weeks ago now, maybe 1 week ago. Also, sorry if I'm talking kind of quiet, I'm recording this really late, but I built a house a few weeks ago that was like I called it like I called it Brindleton Bay Starter or something, but it was not a starter home. Like it was pretty expensive. But this, I challenged myself. First, I wanted to do a build that was just cats and dogs and Parenthood and the base game because cats and dogs and Parenthood are like my favorite packs and they have lots of good items in it. So I felt like I would be able to do that pretty easily. But actually, the bricks that I just put on the chimney right there are from City Living, so I end up having to go back and change that. Or no, I think they're from Dine Out. Those are from Dine Out, but I used something else from what did I use from City Living? Oh, I'll get to that later. But I used some stuff from City Living and Dine Out, and I had to fix that at the very end. There's like a couple of clips of me like going back after I thought I finished the house and fixing things. So we'll see that at some point. But yeah, I wanted to challenge myself to use just the base game, Parenthood, and pets, and then I decided like, hey, why don't I build an actual starter house? Because I've been wanting to build a starter house too. So I was like, I'll just combine all these things into one. And also sizing down windows does not work, and I don't think you can size up windows either. So just in case you have never tried, don't bother because it doesn't work. And oh, also those columns are from Get Together, so I ended up deleting those because they were not in the packs that I decided to use. So I changed those to the ones that came with pets. I was just trying to avoid using the ones that came with pets because I've been using them a lot, but I ended up using them anyway because I felt like I had to since I didn't like or I didn't want to use the Get Together ones. So there's that. And this house is a starter home. You can move into it if you have a sim and a pet, or like 2 sims, I'm pretty sure, in the household is like the amount of money. So it's not a starter home for a single sim, but I made it with a sim and a pet because there is some pet stuff around. I made this for a sim with a dog, but you could easily like make it for a cat. It's pretty much the same stuff. You'd just have to buy a litter box, so you might have to delete like a decoration or something to afford the litter box. Also, if you're trying to build a starter home, a pro tip that I figured out is you can delete the walls that are under this, like the exterior stairs, and that saves you like a couple $100. So that was really nice. I figured that out towards the end of the build. I don't think I did it on camera. Oh, that's when I figured out that I was using Dine Out wallpaper and I changed everything. But yeah, I don't think I did that on camera, but that is something you can do and it will save you a few $100s for something that you don't even really see because it's just the walls that are like connected to the stairs on the outside of the house if you put it on a foundation. So there's that. Also, I probably could have saved money by not using stairs on the outside and not doing a foundation, but I feel like I don't know, I'm so used to houses with foundations that like it freaks me out if they're just on the ground and I really don't like it. I feel like they look even more like a blah starter house, and I can't speak. I was really trying to make this a not so blah starter house. I wanted this to be like a well decorated starter house. So I spent a lot of money on the living area and stuff because I wanted it to be nice, and I didn't use like the cheapest everything because I did want it to be like a decent starter house. There is no computer or TV in this house, so those are things that I feel like you can easily save up for after like having your sim go to work for like 1 or 2 days, and then they should have enough money to buy those things, and they can always just go to the library to use a computer, and yeah, getting a TV shouldn't be too hard. And you can easily like move the furniture to make room for it because I feel like the starter home is actually pretty spacious, which I had a moment once I got to the kitchen where I was like, oh no, I made this a little bit too spacious, and I could have made it smaller and put more stuff in it, but I think that it's a good size for expanding. So yeah, that's why I ended up doing or like leaving it like this and not scrapping the whole thing because I had a moment where I was like, I could have saved so much money if I just made this smaller, but I decided, you know what, it's better to have room for growth in the house and for adding better items and stuff than to make it super tiny and then not have anywhere to go once your sim or like anywhere to add things once your sim has like been to work a few days. I'm not sure if I ended up putting a desk in here. I can't remember because I know that I'm about to do one now, but I think I might have ended up deleting it to save money. But yeah, like I said, that's the type of thing that you can acquire pretty quickly after a short time of playing the game, and there's room for it in the house. So that was the type of thing that, especially since I knew that I wasn't going to be having money for a computer in this house, that I wanted to leave a space for a desk and stuff, because the computer often comes in handy in the game for lots of things. I don't know what I'm saying. You obviously I don't know, I always put computers in my house. If you let me know in the comments if you never put computers in your house, or if you like find that your Sims never use their computer, or you don't have them use it, because I know that like once there's a computer in the house, they'll like autonomously go and like play games on the computer all the time. But I always have a computer in my Sims house because like they always need it for work or like leveling up certain skills and stuff, and it's just really easy when you have a computer. So let me know if like you've ever had a situation where like you feel like your Sims don't need a computer, because I would be interested to hear about that. But yeah, so here is where I stupidly used literally every single kitchen item from City Living that's like the old stuff, because I got to this point of the build and I was like, I'm gonna run out of money. Like I have $2,000 left and I haven't furnished the upstairs at all. Like we don't have a bedroom right now, so I'm gonna buy all the cheapest like used counters and stuff, and that's what we're gonna do. And then I realized that, those are from City Living. I realized that when my game, I went to save the house, I actually took screenshots of the outside of the house to use it for the thumbnail. And then I checked my, I like saved the house to my library to see what packs had been used, just to like double check that I hadn't used any extra ones. And I was like, oh, I totally got this. I caught the dine out bricks and everything, and there's no way that there's like anything else in this house. And then it told me there was City Living, and I was like, oh, which items did I use from City Living? And then it was the entire kitchen, so I had to go back and fix that. Also, I'm not sure if I figured this out yet, but at some point in doing this bedroom, I realized that I don't have a bathroom in the house. I'm pretty sure I haven't noticed that yet, but I think this is where I noticed, because I'm trying to like buy cheaper things. Like, yeah, I got rid of the desk and just put a bookshelf in, and I'm starting to realize that, I don't have, actually, maybe I haven't noticed at this point. I think I'm just realizing that like the house isn't super well decorated. I was trying to put a rug there, but it just didn't work, so I gave up. There's no rug in the living room. You can put that in yourself after a few days of work. But yeah, this is definitely where I was like, I have no bathroom. So I'm going in and adding the bathroom upstairs now. And it made the bedroom way smaller than I wanted it to be, but it was kind of good because, once again, it is a starter home. You don't have a lot of money, so I didn't really have many decorations in the bedroom like I usually would to like clutter up the place. So it was kind of good that we had this bedroom or this bathroom to take up all the room in the bedroom that would have been empty pretty much. So there's that. And I did end up, once I fixed everything in the end, I had a good amount of money to do some nice landscaping. So there's some landscaping that we are about to get into. I do a little bit of landscaping in a minute, but then I was able to do more at some point. I can't remember. I think it was after I deleted the stuff under the stairs, and then I had the disaster where I realized the thing about the City Living counters. And the other thing about that, also, this is kind of like for a sim and a small dog, so I just have the small pet bed, but obviously you could have a cat and that would be fine too. And you could easily have a big dog in this house. Like, there's a yard there. They're in Brindleton Bay. They can go on walks all the time. I don't know. There's a little toy box for the pet downstairs too, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, we have all the pet things. And now I'm trying to like do some landscaping with the terrain paint, but it just wasn't working. So I deleted those flowers in the back of the house and that window there, I'm pretty sure. I was trying to find things around the house to delete so that I could have a tree, because I just wanted one tree at least. I feel like the lot would look empty without a tree. And then I was trying to do some different things with the windows there, but yeah, I just ended up going back to what I had in the first place. And I went around the bedroom and I changed the wallpaper, I'm pretty sure that's what I just did to save some money. And then yeah. Oh, this is where I realized the thing about the get together um, columns, and the get together columns were actually cheaper than the pets ones, so that cost me some money, and I didn't put columns in everywhere that I had them before. But then I ended up having enough money somehow to buy a more expensive tree, so I did that. And then I realized something. Oh, I realized that I wasn't going to have money for any more landscaping, so that's what I'm doing now. I'm doing the rest of the landscaping, and I thought I was just going to have that bush and the tree pretty much. But then I think I deleted the stuff under the stairs, and now I'm doing this landscaping. This is like my series of events, and I did a couple things like deleting the walls under the stairs off camera because I was in the middle of taking screenshots and realized I could do that. Now I'm fixing it so that everything is just base game, cats and dogs, Parenthood. And if you have the game pack and the expansion pack, and obviously you have to have the base game to have those things, then you should be good to download this house and everything will be there, and you don't have to worry about not having things, so that's nice. And even if you just have cats and dogs, or you just have Parenthood, you should have most of the items in this. You might have you'll have to replace a few things, like obviously the things that aren't in those packs. I don't know, but it should be pretty easy to fill in the gaps there because a lot of this stuff is base game. Like all of these counters and stuff are base game. That sink is Parenthood, so you'd have to replace that. The clutter items, you can find other things that are in the base game to replace those. But yeah, this was where I was having, oh, but the thing I had to do with money in this part is ridiculous. I realized that because I had gone in and out of live mode to like take a screenshot, it was making it so that when I sold things, it was like they were used and I wasn't getting the full price. So I had to cheat money a bunch to like make it all work out so I wasn't losing extra money. And yeah, but this is a starter home. If you have a sim and a dog, you can download it. Here is my thing. You can see that I only use those 2 packs and it is in the starter home like price value. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy the screenshots, and if you want to download this, my origin ID is in the description. It's always there if you ever want to download my stuff. Thanks for watching. Bye!